The Book of 1 Peter, Chapter 1. From Peter, an emissary of Yeshua the Messiah, to Yahweh's chosen people, living as aliens in diaspora, in Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, the province of Asia, and Bithynia, chosen according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh the Father, and set apart by the Spirit for obeying Yeshua the Messiah, and for sprinkling of his blood. Grace and shalom be yours in full measure. Praised be Yahweh, Father of our Savior Yeshua the Messiah, who, in keeping with his great mercy, has caused us, through the resurrection of Yeshua the Messiah from the dead, to be born again to a living hope, to an inheritance that cannot decay, spoil, or fade, kept safe for you in heaven. Meanwhile, through trusting, you are being protected by Yahweh's power of deliverance, ready to be revealed at the last time. Rejoice in this, even though for a little while you may have to experience grief in various trials. Even gold is tested for genuineness by fire. The purpose of these trials is so that your trust's genuineness, which is far more valuable than perishable gold, will be judged worthy of praise, glory, and honor at the revealing of Yeshua the Messiah. Without having seen him, you love him. Without seeing him now, but trusting in him, you continue to be full of joy that is glorious beyond words. You are receiving what your trust is aiming at, namely, your deliverance. The prophets, who prophesied about this gift of deliverance that was meant for you, pondered and inquired diligently about it. They were trying to find out the time and circumstances to which the Spirit of the Messiah in them was referring in predicting the Messiah's suffering and the glorious things to follow. It was revealed to them that their service when they spoke about these things was not for their own benefit, but for yours. And these same things have now been proclaimed to you by those who communicated the good news to you through the Ruach HaKodesh sent from heaven. Even angels long to look into these things. Therefore, get your minds ready for work, keep yourselves under control, and fix your hopes fully on the gift you will receive when Yeshua the Messiah is revealed. As people who obey Yahweh, do not let yourselves be shaped by the evil desires you used to have when you were still ignorant. On the contrary, following the set-apart one who called you, become set apart yourselves in your entire way of life, since the Tanakh says, "You are to be set apart because I am set apart." Also, if you are addressing as Father the one who judges impartially according to each person's actions, you should live out your temporary stay on earth in fear. You should be aware that the ransom paid to free you from the worthless way of life which your fathers passed on to you did not consist of anything perishable like silver or gold. On the contrary, it was the costly, bloody, sacrificial death of the Messiah, as of a lamb without defect or spot. Yahweh knew him before the founding of the universe, but revealed him in the last days for your sakes. Through him you trust in Yahweh, who raised him from the dead and gave him glory, so that your trust and hope are in Yahweh. Now that you have purified yourselves by obeying the truth, so that you have a sincere love for your brothers, love each other deeply with all your heart. You have been born again not from some seed that will decay, but from one that cannot decay, through the living word of Yahweh that lasts forever. For all humanity is like grass, all its glory is like a wildflower. The grass withers and the flower falls off, but the word of Yahweh lasts forever. Moreover, this word is the good news which has been proclaimed to you.